Hey everyone, it's Autumn. I'm going to do a really quick video. I know a while back I had talked about possibly doing a swatch video for the Dior palette, and I'm really bad about doing swatches. So I'm just going to do a quick review of the palette. I took a few photos of swatches, which funny story with that is I don't know how people are able to take swatch photos and them not be all like super awkward and stuff. Like I tried to do it on my hand and my hand was like all weird because I was trying to take a picture of it. The only way I could actually end up doing it was like on my arm right here, which I swatched right here. The only way I could end up doing it was that way. But the funny thing is, I didn't want to do it over the hair that was on top of my arm, so I shaved my left arm so that I could do swatches. So anyway, this is the Dior Incognito palette, and comes with 5 shades in it. I'm going to take the little brushes out. And I'm just going to kind of describe the shades to you, and then at the end of the video, I will put the swatch photos in. So anyway, this first shade right here is a nude, like skin color shade with a slight pink iridescence. This one right here is it's almost like a white with gold undertones and some gold sparkle. Right here is a pinky peach with like a gold iridescence. Here you have just like a brown that has a gold iridescence to it, and then you have a really pretty, almost purple tone taupey gray color. I guess it's the best way I could describe these. But all of these are pretty sheer, not because of poor pigmentation, but because that's what they're supposed to be like. They have, it's almost like putting silk on your eyelids, and that's why I like these so much, is because I would love to have a wash of color that stays and that's high quality, but isn't just like full-on gray or, you know, full-on whatever. It's just, it's a really nice wash of color, and that's what they're meant to be. These two shades here, these two shades right here are quite similar. When swatched though, this one ends up being quite a bit smaller, or not smaller, but quite a bit, this one ends up being quite a bit lighter, and I think because it is a skin tone with a pink iridescence, and then this is pink, you know, with kind of like almost a gold tone to it. It's almost like they're swapped as far as like colors, you know, if that makes any sense, because this is like, I don't know, skin tone with pink and pink with gold, if that makes any sense to you. So this one does show through, this one does show through more pink, and this one is just more subtle, because obviously the skin tone itself is going to be on the skin, so you're not really going to see that. You're just going to see the subtle pink iridescence. So I'll kind of show you, if you can see on my hand really fast. So I'm not even quite sure if you can see that. But they are quite nice. I've been using them for a couple of months now, and I have been enjoying them quite a bit. The price of this palette, I believe, is $59. I ordered this from either Sephora or Nordstrom, I forget. I think it was Sephora. I don't remember. But anyway, it's $59 at both places. So now I'm going to tell you about something that costs the same, but you get a lot more, and I don't know, it's like a better value if you're not a person that likes the iridescent sort of shadow. So this right here is the Smashbox, what is this? The Smashbox Masterclass palette. And it has all of these shades, so you get a ton more shades, but I'm going to tell you, and they're not exact dupes, but they're similar enough to where you can recreate looks, and these are more pigmented, as in like full-on color instead of a sheer wash. So that's something to take into consideration. The textures are different. You know, it's not a Dior shadow, it's Smashbox. So if you're familiar with Smashbox shadows, they are quite nice, but it is a different texture. But this shade is the same as the brown. These shades almost probably mixed together equal the beige, like the greigey color. So you could go either way, because this is a brown with gray tone, and then this is like a gray with silver. So I would say this is probably closer though. And then this shade right here comes across close to the white that has the gold sparkle. This shade right here is the same as the middle shade, the pink with the gold. And then this shade right here called Opal in the Smashbox is the same as the top left in the Dior palette that is like a skin tone. So this though does come, I mean, it's more pigmented, it comes across more pink, and it does not have a skin tone under it. It has the white under it. So that's something to take into consideration. I took pictures of them swatched side by side so you could see. So these are more pigmented. I wouldn't call them chalky because they're not chalky, but compared to the sheer wash of color that the Dior are, you know, someone may find these to be more chalky. But again, these are nice shadows. They're not a chalky texture. But this entire palette costs $59, and so does the Dior. So that's also something to take into consideration when you get eyeliners, blushes, highlighters, lip glosses, and then all of these shadows. So I will show you the swatches after this. I hope this was helpful to any of you. If you have any questions, please leave them below, and I will talk to y'all soon. Thanks. Bye.